Shocking moments don't always arrive with loud alarms or flashing lights. Sometimes they come quietly, catching everyone off guard, leaving behind a room full of unanswered questions and hearts beating just a little faster than before. That was exactly the atmosphere when Bradley Walsh, a familiar face known for his warmth, humor, and unmistakable presence, experienced an unexpected health scare that instantly shifted the mood around him. One moment, laughter and conversation filled the air. The next, concern replaced smiles, and a hush swept through those watching closely. Bradley has always been someone who brings comfort to others. His voice, his timing, his playful charm, it's the kind of energy that makes people feel at ease. So when that energy suddenly dimmed, even briefly, it felt deeply unsettling. Fans, colleagues, and viewers alike sensed something was different. Not dramatic, not chaotic, just enough to remind everyone that even the strongest personalities have fragile moments too. Nearby, Donna couldn't hide her reaction. Her emotions spoke louder than words ever could. Known for her professionalism and composure, she tried to maintain control, but concern has a way of breaking through even the calmest exterior. Her eyes revealed what her voice didn't need to say. This moment mattered, and so did the person at the center of it. What followed wasn't panic, but care, quiet support, gentle reassurance, the kind of response that doesn't demand attention, yet speaks volumes about genuine connection. Bradley, ever the gentleman, attempted to lighten the mood with a small smile, proving once again that humor is often his shield, even when things feel uncertain. Those who know Bradley well understand this side of him. He's the type to crack a joke at the dentist, to tease friends when they're worried, to turn concern into comfort whenever possible. But this time, the room wasn't ready to laugh just yet. This time, everyone needed to know he was truly okay. Donna stayed close, her concern unwavering. There was something tender in her presence, something quietly emotional. It wasn't just about the moment, it was about history, shared experiences, countless conversations behind the scenes that the public never sees. In moments like these, professional titles fade, and what remains is human connection. As news of the health scare began to circulate, reactions poured in from everywhere. Messages of support, well wishes, and heartfelt concern appeared almost instantly. Fans who had grown up watching Bradley felt a sudden protective instinct. After all, he wasn't just a presenter or entertainer, he was part of their routine, their evenings, their comfort viewing. Interestingly, even amid the seriousness, Bradley's personality refused to disappear completely. Once reassured, he offered a gentle, self-aware comment that drew a few relieved smiles. It wasn't loud humor, it was subtle, reassuring, and very much him. That single moment reminded everyone why he's so loved. He knows how to connect, even when the spotlight feels heavy. Donna, though emotional, eventually found her voice again. When she did, it carried warmth, care, and a touch of affection that didn't go unnoticed. There was no need for dramatic declarations. Her concern had already said everything. Sometimes love and respect are shown not in grand gestures, but in quiet loyalty. As things settled, it became clear that this scare was a reminder rather than a disaster. A reminder that health matters, that rest matters, that even those who spend their lives entertaining others need moments of care themselves. Bradley later appeared calm, grateful, and noticeably touched by the outpouring of kindness surrounding him. What made this moment especially powerful wasn't fear, it was unity. Everyone present, from colleagues to viewers, seemed connected by the same unspoken thought: take care of yourself, you matter. And in a world that often rushes past emotions, that collective pause felt meaningful. There was also something unexpectedly romantic about the way the situation unfolded, not in a dramatic sense, but in a deeply human one. Concern can be romantic. Support can be romantic. Standing beside someone when they're vulnerable is one of the most sincere expressions of care. Donna's reaction wasn't for the cameras, it was instinctive, honest, and real. And then there was the humor, because with Bradley, humor always finds a way. Later reflections included gentle jokes about slowing down, about finally listening to advice, about not being invincible after all. It wasn't denial, it was acceptance wrapped in laughter, the healthiest kind. Fans responded in kind, sharing stories of how Bradley's humor had helped them through tough days.
Some recalled evenings when his smile lifted their spirits. Others spoke about how seeing him vulnerable made him even more relatable. Strong doesn't mean unbreakable, and that truth resonated deeply. Donna's emotional response also sparked admiration. Many praised her openness, her sincerity, and her courage to let emotions show. In a world that often rewards detachment, her reaction felt refreshingly genuine. It reminded viewers that caring deeply is not a weakness, it's a strength. As the days passed, reassurance followed. Bradley was resting, reflecting, and taking things one step at a time. No dramatic announcements, no exaggerated claims, just calm updates and gratitude. Sometimes the best stories don't end with fireworks, they end with peace. This moment also sparked broader conversations about balance, about listening to one's body, about slowing down even when life feels exciting and busy. Bradley's experience became a quiet lesson, wrapped in compassion rather than fear. And through it all, one thing remained clear. Bradley Walsh is more than a public figure. He's a person who inspires connection, laughter, and loyalty. And Donna's heartfelt reaction reminded everyone that behind every familiar face is a network of real relationships, real emotions, and real care. In the end, what really happened wasn't just a health scare. It was a moment of honesty, a pause that allowed kindness to surface, a reminder that love, concern, and humor often arrive together when we least expect them. As viewers, we were reminded to cherish the people who make us smile, to check in on those who bring us joy, and to never underestimate the power of simply being there. Because sometimes the most shocking moments don't break us, they bring us closer. If this story touched you, made you smile, or reminded you of someone you care about, take a moment to reflect on that connection. Share kindness, spread warmth, and remember, even the brightest smiles need care too.